Happy day 14 of VEDA. I've been putting off my videos. It's 10:30 and I want to go to bed now. But I had a good second day of virtual learning. Today was for third and fourth period. Third period's my planning, so I just had live session with fourth period and it went pretty well. That's Spanish 3, and most of those students in that class are usually pretty good about doing what they're supposed to, being on top of things. So I posted the notes and everything they were supposed to look at last night. Today we started our session. They pretty much all came in and had their microphones turned off. Most of them turned their cameras off as well. And after I kind of started, it's a little bit awkward starting too, especially when I have my camera on, but I can't see anybody else. I just see other little icons. And so it doesn't really feel like I'm talking to anybody. But I asked how they were doing, and some responded in the chat. And then we did a Kahoot. So I shared my screen so they could all see that to review something that most of them have probably seen in Spanish too, the preterite. But that's usually at the end of Spanish 2. And yeah, we're going to be working with that for a little bit now. So I had some notes on my website, had a practice for them to do in Google Classroom, and I let them ask questions if they had questions, but no one really had any specific questions about the assignment. Some asked if that was all they had to turn in today, or that was about it. And then a few started leaving because I told them if they didn't have any questions that they could leave and they could work on whatever they needed to on their own. But several stayed for a while. This session was for about an hour. And then as a few more started leaving here and there, when I had like maybe 10 left, a couple were just asking me how I was doing and what I was doing. So I just talked to them for a little bit, and that was nice. It was definitely different from, being in a classroom with them and actually getting to see them and just walk around and see how they're doing on their work, but that's also just talk to them and see how they're doing. I miss that. I might try, depending on how much interest the students actually have, but having a Google Meet where they can just come and practice their Spanish. Because I think, well, that'd be good for all of them, but I do think some of them would hopefully have some interest. I had one student specifically in mind, but I think like one or two when we actually had school and I could interact with them. I would speak Spanish the whole time in the class. And I had a couple that would talk in Spanish to me, and like one could have do pretty good with conversations. So I want to give her that opportunity. Anyway, after that live session, I had lunch, and then I worked on my plans for Spanish 2, and I decided to just post everything tonight. Well, not tonight, earlier. I posted it this afternoon so that if anybody wanted to see it and work on it today, they could. They could work on it tomorrow. They could ask questions during tomorrow's live session. It's all due Friday. It's fine. And then tomorrow I'll post the next bit of stuff for Spanish 3. Then I went outside and I laid in a hammock. It ended up being for like 2 hours. My phone drained down to 5%, and that was fine. Yeah. Then we had tacos for dinner. It was nice. I haven't read my book today or yesterday, both of the books, so I need to do that. I need to make sure I keep reading that. Tomorrow we're gonna hang out with some friends virtually. We're gonna play Cards Against Humanity on the internet, so that's cool. Yeah. And then after dinner we watched a couple episodes of Chopped, so that was fun. But that's also why I'm doing this vlog at 10:30, because I also had to do my journal still, which I did. But yes, that was my day. It is Tuesday. It does kind of feel like Tuesday. I'm glad that I'm still able to do work, even though it's different from the job I like doing. It's still my job in some way, and it gives me some kind of sense of the days of the week. So I'm going to go to bed now. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.